Hey guys, it's me Jake from JakeMan21642. Thought I would do a little update and tour for you guys today of my 1994 Saturn SL2 Homecoming Edition. Basically thought I'd just give you guys some updates, show you what's been going on with the car. Lots been going on lately. I recently, last weekend, took it on its first road trip that I've taken it on. One of my friends took it on a road trip when he was borrowing it, but I did for the first time last weekend. I went camping with one of my friends and went to meet him, and I drove it probably, I'd say about 150 miles round trip. It was a lot of fun. This is a great little highway car, actually. Just crank some music and peg it at 80. It's fun. And as you can see too, I did get new license plates because I had to change something with the registration, but this is now my car. I do own it. It's not a lease. My parents didn't buy it for me. She is mine. Anyway, thought I'd show you guys around the car. As you can see, I did wax it probably about a month ago, but the paint is so smooth now. It's very pearlescent and nice looking. I don't really think the camera does it any justice. It is kind of dirty. I did just hit it with a detail spray, but as you can see, it is kind of dirty. Basically, it's only scars right here. Someone backed into it in my school parking lot, and I know exactly who it was. It's this shitty black Honda Fit, but they backed into it right there, and there's a little bit of it right there, but I think actually that will come out, like buff off, because I've already, as you can see, it went down. I got a little bit of it off with the detail spray. Wheels are holding up fine. I got that off of a car from my friend's dealership. Those little GM wheel cover things, it was missing one. As you can see, it kind of just pops off. I figured it looked better than that. But as you can see, 15-inch aluminum wheels. You can see on the front, I did do a Headlight Restorer kit. I think that's about as good as they're gonna get. They're still a little faded, but they are almost 20. Fog lights are still there. And I did do a few things to it. I actually went to a junkyard and raided a few Saturns. If anyone remembers my light bar along the back, it was kind of faded. So I got a new one, or my reflector, light bar, whatever you want to call it. And then the twin cam was kind of faded off. So this one does have a new twin cam badge on it, as you can see. Looks a lot better. My friend talked me into getting it because I really wasn't ready to spend $25, but it looks pretty good. As you can see, my bumper does have some scuffs, which a lot of these were on here when I got it, but I did do a few of them because I set a can on the back when I was camping, and I closed it on there and bent the license plate, if you can't tell, when I set down on the can. But oh well, a few battle scars. Go ahead and show you inside what I got, and I'll pop the hood. Interior's holding up pretty well. It's kind of dirty, but you can see my seat, same wear that was on it when I got it, still there. I don't really care. But I did finally get a factory armrest. So yes, I finally have an armrest, and I love how it's more padded than most brand new Toyotas. But basically it just bolts down in there, as you can see, and the car just finally feels complete now. So yeah, armrest. And then also, if you didn't notice, I took the change cup out and I set my satellite radio down in here because I was tired of it falling off when I had it mounted up here. So it just kind of sits down in there now. It's nice for when I'm driving. With my driving position, I will rest my arm, and I'm used to driving stick, so I usually do this even when I'm in drive. So what I just do now is I can just hit the radio. I don't even have to look at it. And then you can see I also replaced this bezel, which was hard to find one that had this. But my old bezel, the clips were broken behind it. This one still kind of moves around just because it's a crappy GM. But the clips were broken, and it wasn't necessarily the fact it would rattle, because I'd always have the radio on. It was the fact that I could see it out of the corner of my eye just moving around, which bothered me. So this one doesn't do that. The radio I also finally set in the dash properly because the clips were broken on the mounting bracket for the radio. But it kind of sits back a little better now, and it's not facing up. So the light's a little less distracting at night. I'm very OCD about things like that, but it's a lot better. Go ahead and pop the hood. You can see where I ran the wires for my satellite radio. Ran them through there, and then under here, I installed this, which is what the radio plugs into. It just kind of tucks up under there, That way, this outlet is still free. Non-smoker, of course. So, as I said, I'll go ahead, pop the hood, show you guys the one other thing I did put on it. This was something it really needed. It's needed since I got it. It is pretty dirty up under the hood, but if I can prop it up with my head long enough to get the prop rod, which is harder than it looks to do with one hand. Ah, damn it. But anyway, I did replace the Pcv valve up here, or the hose. Basically the one I had was cracked right here, and actually when I replaced it and took the valve off, it broke. So, very good thing I got this. But as you can see, everything else under the hood's doing fine. I do need to add a little bit of window washer fluid. AC works great. I do still have the intake on it, which sounds fantastic. But there's under the hood. You can see where I ran the satellite radio. So, it's doing great. Sorry about the shaky camera-ness of this. You can see inside over here. Maybe you can't because it's locked. And Jesus Christ, my girlfriend has some dirty feet, but I put this over the regular Saturn floor mats in here. I got those from my friends, the dealership I got the car from. But as you can see, someone tracked a lot of dirt in here. Thanks, Emily. Crap in the door panel, glove box, nothing in there. And you can see the armrest from this side. My friend put these on here as a joke. He got those off of an Integra. Back seat, you can see I do have my little trash thing back here. I also do have a smelly cup because the car kind of smells when it rains sometimes. It's not terrible, I just put this in here. I think at one point the sunroof did leak and the people had it replaced because all the gaskets look very new around it. See, everything back here is fine. These are, I took these out of a Malibu that my friend and I were test driving, and it was a wholesale car, so I stole those. Because these are the, it's funny, these are the exact same floor mats that Saturn used in the 90s. And they were in like a 2005 Malibu. I only have 1 bar of battery left, so this video may not last that long. See the trunk back here, it's full of crap. It's one of my bags when I was camping. I've got all my detailing products, my douchey hat. I've not 1, but 2 pairs of Toms back here. And leftover clothes from when I was camping. So as you can see, I definitely need to clean up a little bit. But we'll go ahead and start her up and take her for a little drive. Another thing is with this car is sometimes, especially, you'll probably see it because I've been sitting on an incline, but it does it when I'm at home because the way I park my car on the street, it's at an angle. The coolant floater inside of here for the coolant bottle will sometimes, and this is a common problem with these SLs, I've researched it, will go and it will stick to the side of the bottle and then bob back down, and it will make the car think that it's low on coolant. So the coolant, like, it usually does it like for the first 5 minutes you'll get in is when it'll usually do it. Or if you're sitting in traffic and you're on an incline, it usually does it. It'll just bitch for like 10 seconds that it needs coolant, and then it realizes it doesn't and it stops. Automatic seat belts. As you can see, runs flawless. Good old 1.9 liter twin cam. Seatbelt sticks sometimes. You know, all little old car things. Now, let's go ahead and take it for a little drive. I've started leaving the transmission in performance mode just because it makes it shift a lot less like a slush box. I just usually have to turn it off in traffic because it will make the car jerky. Times like this, it'll usually come on an incline, but it's a common problem with these. Put the windows up a little bit to reduce the wind noise. Screw you, Camry. I'm not gonna go that way because that's where they're filming the movie. They've been filming in the city all weekend. Overall, it's just a good little around the town car. As you can see, it drives perfectly fine. Let's just skip the stoplight. And I'm in this really dumpy neighborhood. It's probably a bad idea to turn into. You can see what I mean about the coolant light. That was about 3/4 throttle. Anyways, guys, I'm sure you're all tired of seeing test drive videos of this car anyway. So, we'll go ahead and stop here. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and if you do have any questions about these good old little SLs, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more.